Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3 weeks value added course on Introduction to Version Control. Myself, Professor Shibu Raj, I will be taking this 3 weeks course on every Thursday, and I will be explaining you the use cases and the basic fundamentals of using the version control. And we will begin with the installation of the Git software, and at the end, towards the end, I will be explaining you how to use GitHub for collaborative development. So let us begin. Okay, so I will start. So we have seen till now 5 commands. That is, the first one was, I will just use, I will put the commands over here. Okay. So the first command that we saw was git add, right? Then, sorry, git init. Then we saw git add and the file name. Okay, the file name will be whatever is the file name. Then we have seen git commit -m and the message, whatever message. And this m is not for master, it is just for message. Okay. Then git status, which will show you all the status of your repository. And finally, we have seen git log. Okay. Any doubts still here? Where is the chat? Okay. Okay, so one Josefa, sir, in Git, can we track back our past changes? Yes, yes. That is why we use Git. Okay. Okay. So I think, yes. Any queries? Okay. So I hope these 5 commands are clear. Now I will save this file and just run git status again in my bash. And if I run this, you will see right now that there is a slight change in the git status. Okay. It is saying that instead of new file, it is saying it has been modified. Okay. So it is saying that it is tracking the file, plus it says that index.html has been modified. Okay. Now this is very important to understand that because of this gits feature, whenever you do programming, it is very difficult to identify when you are working on large projects. It is very difficult to find out which all things you have changed. Okay. And this particular status will help you in finding out which all files you changed from the past commit. Okay. So once this is done, you can now you can obviously do a simple now again I want to commit this. Okay. I am happy with whatever I have written the code, and I want to commit this. Now if I run git commit, will it work? How many of you say it will work? You can reply in the chat box. It will work or not? If I run the commit, will it do the second commit? No. Okay. So let's see. So it says it is not changing anything. Okay. Basically, it is still showing me the same result. Okay. Why? Because whenever you want Git to track something, you first have to add it to the tracking, or basically you have to stage it. Okay. So this step is called staging. You cannot commit until you stage it. Okay. So basically right now all these things are not been staged. Okay. So basically index.html is not staged. Okay. So let us now to stage it, what should I do? What is the command to stage? Add, right? So I have to use git add and the file name. So what is the file name I want to stage? Index.html. Now if I do add, it doesn't show me anything, but if I do status right now, you can see it has become now green. Okay. And all that previous things that were showing, that is not there, right? So in fact, here you can see before I run the git add, it is showing you to do git add. Okay. So that is just giving you a hint. Okay. So now once it is staged, now you can commit. Okay. Now to commit, we know the command, it is git commit -m second commit. Okay. So I'm doing the second commit, press enter, and that's it. I have committed my result. Okay. So now let us say we want to see how many commits we have done. Okay. So let's do one commit. Sorry, to find out how many commits we have done, we can do git log. Okay. So if I press git log and enter, you can see this is the contents that it has sent to me. And now there are two commits. The first commit has a hex of this. The second commit has a hex of this. Okay. And it also shows me when have I committed this. Okay. At what date and at what time I have done this. Okay. So this helps us a lot to, if you want to go back, then we actually know when to go back. Okay. Then also it shows you the message. Okay. Is it clear till here? Sir, what commit referred to? Siddharth, I didn't understand your question.
So,
Huh?
so I want to know what are we actually doing with commit? Means I don't get that. What commit means?
See,
So you just
commit, sir, I will just explain you. Have you seen the .git folder when we initialize the Git repo?
yes, sir.
I will just show you this folder. Okay. This is the folder
Yeah.
of Git, right? But you
Yes.
have created all the files where outside Git folder, right?
Yes.
So Git doesn't know when to save it inside the Git folder, right?
Okay.
So basically, whenever
Yeah.
we are running git commit, we are telling Git to save whatever changes are there inside the Git folder. Okay.
Okay.
It is not
Okay. It's
actually copying everything, but rather it is not copying
saving.
the entire file. It is only doing the saving the changes. Okay. That we have to remember.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
clear?
Thank you, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have done two commits and we can see with the help of git log. Okay. Now let us go back and change something. Okay. So right now I have this git commit message -m, and I did something and I deleted this line. Okay. I don't know. I did something, some keys pressed and it got deleted. And I do not know. I saved it also. Okay. I saved it and I come over here. I do git status and it shows me that it is modified. Okay. And I do not know it is modified or not because I have not purposely changed it. Okay. Or maybe you have purposely changed it, but you don't know what is changed, right? So for that, we are going to study the 6th command, that is git diff. Okay, so git diff will tell you the difference between the whatever changes you have done, that it will show you. Okay, if I just press enter, you can see what it is showing you, right? So it is saying that index.html file has some changes. And what is the change? A minus, and in the red means that line has been removed. Okay, and let me just add another line and save it and do git diff again. You can see the difference, right? So here in red it says this particular line has been removed, because that is why it is minus. Okay, and in front of it, if it is plus or in green color, okay, it means you have added that line extra. Okay, so this is very important feature of git, that you can see the difference of whatever changes you have done. Okay, so now I know, okay, I have done these changes, so I can now revert back. Okay, now how to revert back? I want to undo these changes. What to do? Okay. Now, obviously, you have just done these changes over here. So you can always press Control Z and do undo, right? But what if you have closed this file? Now you don't have that, or you have closed this entire window and and you have shut down your computer. Now you come the next day, then you realize, Arey baapre, ye chale gaya, right? So now how to get the data back, right? So for that, I will just open this file to show you what is in here right now. Right now you can see this line is there and git commit message is not there, right? Now to get the files back, what you can do is you can write the next command, git reset and hard. Okay, so this command, when you run, you can see what has happened. Okay, did you understand what just happened? It has given me the deleted message back, and whatever changes I have done, I have added a hello message, that is gone now, right? I'm back to my original file. Okay, so that is the advantage of using git. So whenever you do something wrong, you can always go back, and you can always go back. Okay, that is the important part of having your code inside git. Okay, so once this is done, now we have seen two more commands, that is git diff and git reset. Okay, there is another command called git revert. We will see that little later, maybe not in this particular week. We will see it in the next week. Okay.
Yeah. Cockroach dish.
Yes.
इसको कुछ कर, अम्मी को बोल, मैं उसको छूने वाली नहीं हूँ ताला. क्या?
Okay, so sir, if we there is a question from Adarsh. Sir, if we use reset command, will it take us to the last commit we performed? Okay, so basically yes, it will take you to the last commit. Okay, and you can also go back to any commit you want. Okay, so I will explain this command in much more detail in the next part, where we will see the difference between git reset and git revert. Okay, so it is very important to understand the difference between the two, because whenever you are working on the local environment, okay, it is better to use reset. Okay, and if you're working on the remote environment or a public repo, or there are multiple people working on this, then it is always advisable to go for git revert. Okay, so both the differences I will explain in detail later. Okay, but for the time being, for our introductory course, git reset hard is enough. Okay, then the next question is, what is exact function of hard flag? Okay, so basically git reset, when you do it, resets, it does a soft reset. Okay, when I mean, what I mean by soft reset is it will change the Git repo and it will change the head part. Okay, but it will not change the working directory. Okay, working directory is whatever code you see over here. Okay, so basically it will change everything except the working directory. So it will not reflect any changes over here, but actually the changes are done. Okay, so Git hard, what it does, it changes everywhere. Okay, so that's why I normally use Git hard, Git reset hard, so that everything, all the changes are reflected everywhere. Then, sir, will the recording of the session be uploaded? Yes. What does Git diff show difference in between now and the last commit? Or yes, Git diff shows you the difference between the current status of the file and the previous commit. Okay, so between that, whatever is the diff, that it will show. Okay, you can also find the diff between different versions that we will see a little later.
क्या हो गया?
I don't know why Talha keeps his mic on. Okay. Khan Samir is asking, but what if want only deleted part? Is there any command for it? Khan, I didn't understand that question. But what if? Khan, can you explain? Sir, how will I? Anas is asking, sir, how will I get to know which deleted file we want if we had deleted more than one statements? Which deleted file? No. Git reset is sorry. Git reset hard is when you have done a terrible mistake and you want to go back. Okay, and if you have done some small mistakes, okay, like you have created you have missed a semicolon or something like that, then you can always do git diff and find out that error and change it directly. You don't have to do git reset. Okay, in that case. Okay, because what git reset will do is it will change that particular thing. Okay, it will change the state back, right? But there is also an option for resetting recovering the files that we will see later. Okay. Hussein Painter is asking, sir, what if we want to undo only one change? That we will cover. Those are like advanced topics. First, let us cover the basics, and in the next next week we will see in detail about each and every. In fact, the git diff is not that simple. There are a lot of other flags that we can add. So every command is having no additional uses, right? So we will see that once you know the basics. Okay. Hussein. Okay. So Junaid is asking, how much storage does Git take for our repo code? Now, Git doesn't take anything. Okay. Git takes the size based on your repo. Okay. Because if your repo is small of 1 KB, your Git will also be small. Okay. If your Git, your code is large, like if you have lot of different files, 10,000 files are there, then obviously a copy of that will be there in Git also. So you can imagine that if your original source code is of 100 MB, then your Git may be of 200 MB because there will be a copy of it, right? So it is possible. Okay. Then Khan Samir is asking, I mean to say what we use reset it and then added part also get reset. Yes, that is, I understood your query. Uh, in that case, we will be using revert and not reset. Okay, so we will see that when we go to that particular point. Okay, so right now we are not dealing with a revert function right now. It is a bit advanced topic. Okay. Shaista is asking, sir, suppose two parts of the code is deleted. So how will we get to know which part is recovered? See, it is not recovering any particular part. It is just going back to the original state of the last commit. Okay. So whatever was the state on the last commit, it will go back to that. It is not changing anything. Okay. What will happen if we use git diff now, that is after using git? So yes, very good. Let's run it and see what happens if I run git diff. Oh, sorry, git diff. So you can see git diff does not give me anything. Why? Because my last commit and my current status is the same. So there is no difference. That's why git diff does not give me any result. Okay. Till here, I think it's fine. Any other queries? Okay. So let's go ahead. Sir, now use git reset. Huzefa is asking, sir, how to get git repository site through git? Is there any command? What is git repository site, Huzefa? Okay, till then I will clear the doubts of Anas. Okay, so if I do git reset again, it will go back one more step, right? In fact, it will not go back anywhere because I'm going to show the next step is to do git reset in a different fashion. I will just show you how to do git reset. Okay, there are more questions. Siddharth Panda is asking, sir, what if I committed to second commit and then can I restore to previous code? Yes, let's try that. Okay, so I think Anas's doubt, that is, sir, how to use, sir, now use git reset again. So basically he wants me to use the git reset command again. And Siddharth is asking, what if I committed the second commit? Okay, basically I have done the changes and I've committed it, right? So what will happen in that case? Will it be able to reset? Okay, so for both of these, it can reset. I will just show you. My next step is that only. Okay, so let me do some changes to this. Let me add this. Sorry, let me remove this line and let me add this. Okay, now I have done some changes. Let's do git status. So it says some changes are there. Now the step is to stage. So git add. Okay, git add and the name of the file, then git commit, minus M. Sorry, I forgot the space. Minus M, third commit. Okay. So I've committed, right? So right now, if I do git log, you can see there are 3 commits. Okay. First commit, second commit, and third commit. Let me add one more line. Hello world. Again, if I do status, you can see again modified. Let me add the file again to the staging environment. And now let me commit. So it will be 4th commit. Okay. So I have done 4 commits till now. And if I do git log, you can see all the 4 commits. Okay. So now after doing all these things, I realized something has gone wrong, and the 4th commit and the 3rd commit is incorrect. Okay. And my code is completely wrong. Okay. There is some major bug. I don't want to use it. So how to go back? Okay. Now selective going back, we will see later, but now I'm going to show you how to go back from 4th commit and directly to 2nd commit. I want to delete all these commits. I don't want that in my repo because they are incorrect. Okay. And I wanted to show you one more thing. Okay, forget. I will just, I will do a reset. Okay. Now I want to go back to the 2nd commit. How to do that? Obviously I will be using git reset and hard. Okay. But now how to go back to a specific location, right? Now, if you look at it over here, can you see the first commit the 4th commit right now, wherever our whatever is the last commit, you can see something called as head over there. Okay. Now head is basically, it's a pointer which tells you what is your repository currently at. Okay. So basically if right now my head, or basically my code, is at which place, at this particular 4th commit. Okay. So now what I want to go to the 2nd commit, and I want to remove all these unnecessary commits. So I want to take this head from here and put it over here. Okay. That is this commit. So for that, the command is head. Okay. That means you're taking the head and going back. How many steps? How many steps you have to go back? Anyone? 2 steps. Perfect. So yeah. So we have to go back 2 steps. Now to tell Git that you want to go back 2 steps, you have to use this particular symbol and 2. Okay. So this is the tilde symbol that is below your escape key. If you do this and if you press enter, you can see what has happened, right? It is saying the head is now at 2nd commit. That means we are now at here, and you can see my file has recovered. Okay. I am back to my original file and all my data is okay. It's already, we have finished 40 minutes. Okay. So we have gone back to the old version, that is the 2nd commit. Okay. Now if let me just show you what happens in the git log. Okay. Can you see what has happened in the git log? The 3rd and the 4th commit is completely removed. It is vanished. Okay. Now only there are 2 commits, 2nd commit and the 1st commit. Okay. So this is what git reset does. Okay. It goes back. So whenever you want to go back, you will use git reset. Okay. Now I have 10 minutes left before we start the next session. So I will just quickly go back and find the queries. Sir, can we use UID of commit to restore? Yes, yes, you can use that. We will, obviously you can just copy this entire hash, and instead of head, you can directly use that to restore. Okay. So that is absolutely fine. That we will do that also. Okay. Any other queries till now? Yes, Hamza. Hamza, you can speak. Okay.
So what if we are using like we are using with multiple files? Is there a way like we can basically go to just one file and see the changes done on it?
Yes, yes, we are going to see that. I'm going to show all the advanced functions in the next part. Okay. Right now, I'm just getting you acquainted with all these commands, because if I show everything right now, you will get confused. Okay. So today's first session will be all about the introduction part, so that at least if you know the commands, what we are using, then the next time we can go to the advanced phase where other parameters we can pass to that function that we can see. Okay. So right now it is basic functions, basic basic Git that we are studying. Okay. There are also GUIs for this, GUI for this, that we were going to see. In fact, you can see this symbol in the Visual Studio Code. It is actually for source control. Okay. So we can use this also instead of the command line to do all these things. Okay. But we will see that later. Right now we are going to study the command line part only. And all these things can be done much more easily by using GUI. Okay. But problem is GUI is helpful only in your local environment. Okay. Because once you go to the industry, you will find that all the servers that you're working on is on Linux, and the Linux servers are hosted in maybe in Amazon or in Google Cloud or anything, right? So there you will not get a GUI. Only thing you have is this command line. Okay. So you have to get acquainted with this. Otherwise, if you directly go and use GUI, then you will never learn command line, and then you will face a lot of problems when you go to industry. Sir, then what will be the command for using UID of commit to restore? It is the same command. You just do reset. Instead of head, you just copy the commit and paste it. It will do the reset. Okay. But right now, if I do the reset, you can see it has gone to the first commit. But I didn't want to do this, but अभी मेरे को दिखाना था, इसके लिए मैंने कर दिया. But now the problem is git reset is destructive. Okay. So never use git reset unless you know that you don't want that code. Now just to show you what has happened, if I do git log, you can see all my commits are gone, right? So it is very dangerous command to use git reset. Okay. Git reset should only be used when you are sure that you have done something completely wrong, and whatever you have done, you don't want it. Okay. In that case, you do git reset. Okay. Otherwise, you simply do git diff, find out the difference, or basically what are the changes or mistakes that you have done, undo it in the source code and commit again. That is what we normally do. Okay. We don't use git reset unless I'm sure that there is this code is completely useless that I have written. Okay. Is it clear till here?